Look, we're going to continue to build roads, and we're not going to stop expanding highways. But there are, 30 million people that are here and more to come. Poses some challenges for the agency and its enforcement and compliance. And I'm really more talking to the concrete portion, is just the proliferation of concrete batch plants in, let alone my community, but throughout Houston, Harris County, where we're expanding roads. And I get it. Concrete has to get, they have a short lifespan before they can leave the ready mix place to actually get poured or laid. Do we have any, because I know there was a rider in the budget that stayed from last session on concrete batch plants and compliance, or are we on that issue? As far as the compliance is concerned.
Sure. Do you want to switch out folks or?
Yeah, we can switch out.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Well, I can't help myself. So while he's coming up here on our item 2, just so you know, $2 million of that request is going to go to mapping emissions and other monitoring data that we will be able to put on our website and make more public. So.
Hello again, Craig Pritzloff, Director, Office of Compliance and Enforcement.
Greg, could you talk about the compliance portion? I mean, are you, because this relates to your targeted salaries, because you do need folks and have trained up folks to be able to go do the compliance work. How are we on that? I know there was a rider related to concrete and kind of following that industry. Do you have any insight on that?
So the agency is developing best management practices and working through that with respect to dust emissions and any kind of nuisance conditions that may come out of aggregate production operations, concrete batch plant facilities. With respect to regional operations, the exceptional item request number 1 is, I just want to reiterate, of great importance to the agency and particularly to my office and the regional staff. The Commissioner Lindley mentioned 2 very egregious examples of 2 senior staff members with over 20 years investigative experience that left that did not want to leave our agency, that loved working for TCEQ. Our mission is better than no other agency for an environmental professional, where we're protecting human health and the environment for all Texans each and every day. Those individuals left for municipalities for greater pay, significantly greater pay. So one of the concerns that we have is maintaining that senior experience, making sure that people do want to keep a career at TCEQ, and that at the end of the day, it necessitates an increase in pay. That Representative Walle Mr. Chairman, is critical for our ongoing and long-term maintenance of this agency as one of the top-tier environmental agencies in the world. And we do have robust training in place. We have robust investigative criteria in place. And I need to make sure that we've got the best staff in place that are paid accordingly to the experience that we need them to have.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that update. I certainly want to, as I mentioned to Commissioner Sid Miller before he left, is help us help you do your job, because to your point, this agency is extremely important to the health and safety of our citizens, and we want to help you do your job and do it well. So I know that y'all been working hard. I know my staff has been at times had good relationships with the compliance, and then we've had to have come Jesus meetings because of some of these issues. So, but I certainly empathize with the lack of resources that you've historically have gone through. So we're going to try to right that ship on that component.